Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a pick a card reading to find out when will it happen. So if you have been waiting to find out when will a particular situation happen in your life, whether that's listening back from a job interview, meeting the right partner of your dreams, or in any area of your life, if you have been trying to find out when will your desired outcome happen, then this reading is for you. So what I need you to do is think about this desired outcome and then see which of these four piles that I have prepared for you do you feel the most drawn towards. So this is pile number 1 with the crystal red jasper. This is pile number 2 with aquamarine. Pile number 3 with citrine. And last but not the least, pile number 4 with green Aventurine. So I need you to take a deep breath, calm your mind, use your intuition, and ask yourself the question, when is it that you can expect your desired outcome to come? And then see which of these four piles do you feel the most drawn towards. Once you have made your selection, you can go to the description box to see the timestamp that I have provided for each of these piles, and you can jump straight to your reading. If you want more time to select your pile, then you can pause the video here, and I'm gonna jump straight into the reading. See you in your reading. Hi, pile 1. So let's see, when can you expect this special outcome and this desired outcome that you have been waiting for? So first, we are going to pull some oracle cards to find out the overall theme that you can expect with regard to this desired outcome when it comes to the overall timeline. Okay, we have Uranus radically changed. So straight away, pile 1, I feel as if this desired outcome of yours is going to come really unexpected and almost all of a sudden. You will not see it coming because, the planet Uranus, whenever it transits a particular house, it leads to sudden changes. This desired outcome that you're looking for, it's going to come very, very suddenly, or you will see that a lot of shifts start happening in any particular area of your life. And if that happens and that's a clear indication, then that particular desired outcome of yours is actually round the corner. It's going to take a while. Let's pick one more. In a few weeks, I feel this one more. In less than a month. Interesting. You know that we got in a few weeks, in less than a month, and it's going to take a while. I feel as if this is something that you have really been waiting for quite some time, and it's something that you have been working towards or wishing for quite some time, or maybe even manifesting it for quite some time. I do see that it is going to come quite fast for you, or at least in a month or week around the time that you would have expected. Interesting that in this one we already have June written, so maybe you have been working towards this since the June of this year, or maybe around the June of that month. So a month less and a month more, so around, I would say, May, June, July of next month is when you can start to see this thing. But I definitely feel an energy that it is going to start happening very, very suddenly. So it's going to be like, if you see, it's going to take a while, in a few weeks, and then just in less than a month. And that's the energy that I'm getting with Uranus. Like, it's going to feel as if nothing is moving in your life. You're just waiting, everything is stagnant, and then boom, like things just start shifting, so many changes are happening, and then, like, towards the end, I feel it's going to get even more faster and crazier. And if you see some sort of that event happening in your life, then you should know where you are with respect to your desired outcome. So if you are in the waiting stage, okay, it will take some time to come. If you are at a stage where things have started to shift in some area or maybe more areas of your life, then you know you're somewhere in the middle. And if things have been crazy of late and things are shifting so fast, then you know it's actually right around the corner. Okay, so now with the help of tarot, we are going to find out what is the current energy of you and this desired outcome. Okay, we have 10 of cups and 5 of pentacles. I think, most of you, I would say around 70 to 80% of you are, I feel, are in this, middle zone where things have started to shift a lot. You haven't start seeing your desired outcome yet, but like things have started to shift. And even if it's something like, it's completely unconnected to the change that you are actually looking for or the outcome that you're looking for, that is a telltale sign of, your desired outcome just coming. Another thing we are also going to look at through the tarot cards is how you can shift your energy to help you manifest either the outcome faster, or make sure that it manifests in the way that you want it to, or even better than what you want it to. Because sometimes what happens, we keep on manifesting something, but when it actually happens, we feel, oh, it's not really the way we wanted it to be. So that is also one of my intentions with this video, for you to guide towards an outcome that actually is, at par or better than your expectations. Okay, we have the moon, page of swords, and the star. Beautiful. And the back of the deck energy here is the Emperor. I feel like I want to take it this time. So, pile one, I feel as if whatever you have been looking for, it is just something that, is like your fulfillment. Even whether it is connected to your relationships or whether it is connected to your career, but it is something that you believe will bring you like this deep fulfillment and will give you like almost your happily ever after, if you see in this card, right? And it will make you feel as if you have arrived, like that feeling that we work towards, like, this is my dream goal in life. And I think as if this dream that you've been working towards, you really feel it's going to give you this perfect happy ending. I do feel as if currently you are almost in a tough stage. The Five of Pentacles, it makes me feel as if maybe there has been some shortage of resources, or you feel as if the time is really less. You feel somehow pressed for time. Like, this is exactly the kind of thing I felt here as well. This is something that you have been waiting for quite some time, and you feel as if maybe there is a shortage of time or there is a shortage of resources. And I also feel there are other people who are dependent on you. So if it's a career, I do get some career sort of vibe for you. So maybe you are asking about the desired outcome for your business or for your job. But I feel as if there are other people who are banking on you to be able to achieve this. There are other people who will be affected in a good way if you actually achieve it. So you're trying to achieve this goal not just for yourself, but for people around you. It could be for your family members or for your team members, but I feel as if there are others who are dependent on you. And also, I feel as if there is this energy of you waiting, but waiting in a way that you don't know. You don't really feel as if you have control, as if you have much control in the situation. You feel as if you have put in your effort, but now you just have to wait for the results. So it could be maybe like you gave an exam and you have given your best, and now it's not in your hands. You don't know what's going to happen. Like, that's the kind of energy that I'm getting. And also, if you do associate with the energy till now, then you know for sure that this is your pile. With this page of swords and the star, what I really feel is you need to keep your mind balanced and keep working towards whatever you are doing. Okay. And I think there are like two, three messages that are coming. So first, if it's something that you have already put your effort towards, like an exam, or maybe you had to make a pitch and you have already made the pitch, right? Anything where you have done your part, then now you need to keep your mind calm, because a lot of times what happens, we keep on expecting something wrong will happen, and that's why we manifest more delays. That's how we end up manifesting more obstacles and hurdles. So I think a really good thing for you is going to be to calm your mind. And if it's something that you do have to keep on putting efforts towards, but you don't know when your desired outcome is going to come, then you need to calm your mind and keep putting efforts towards it. That's the only thing that will actually get you. So you are close, but if you just stop, right before the finish line, if you just stop putting the effort, of course, you'll not be able to cross that finish line. So I feel as if the most important factor for you in order to achieve this star energy, this I feel as if almost like an achievement of the thing that you want to achieve. And I really feel it is going to be way better than what it is that you've expected. A lot of times we expect something, but when it comes out, it is not really the thing that we thought it is going to be. It doesn't feel right, or it doesn't feel that good. But in your case, I feel that, when this desired outcome does come true, it's going to be even better than what you're imagining it yourself, than what you're imagining it to be. It's going to fulfill you, it's going to bring you the maximum happiness, but you need to work on calming your mind. Also, this imagery, of planting seeds, it just makes me feel that you need to keep taking action. Sometimes we plant seeds and then we want our tree right away, but that's not how things happen. Sometimes you can think, oh, I have done everything right. I've planted them in the best way possible. Why isn't the tree available? But that's not how nature works. Even if we plant the seeds in the best, most correct way, still it's going to take the time that it's going to take. And I feel that there is some amount of divine timing at play, which may feel a little bit frustrating, because you're like, you know what, I have done everything that I could do. Why does it come? But I think what spirit guides are telling you to realize is that there are other things, other people, other situations that are going to be affected by this. And sometimes little things have to take their course. That's just the way of life. And you have done your work. You now need to calm your mind, keep manifesting positive energy, keep working towards it if it still needs growth and nourishment, because even after planting our seeds, we can't just if we have done that to the best of our capability, we can't just give up. After that also, it needs water and sunshine and all, right? So you have to keep taking care of your goals, keep your mind calm, and keep working towards it, and that's where this beautiful outcome comes for you. Okay, so that sounds very interesting. Let's roll the astro dice to see what other factors are affecting this desired outcome for you. Okay, we have Neptune in Aquarius in the fifth house. Interesting that we have Aquarius, because Uranus is the natural ruler of Aquarius. And if you look at it, both Neptune and Uranus are very outside energy. In astrology, Neptune and Uranus, they show almost divine energy, things which are outside our control, but which are affecting our lives. And that's the kind of energy I'm feeling. There is a bigger picture, there's a bigger play happening. There are divine forces, which are making sure that things come to you in the perfect time and in the perfect way. There is going to be some amount of, believing that you need to do. Another thing that Aquarius in fifth house makes me feel as if there is also a need for more creative work. So, say if you're feeling really stuck and you don't know what to do, you feel totally out of control, there is some amount of creativity that you need to bring into the situation so that you can start thinking out of the box. Because if you see Aquarius, Aquarius is something that just thinks out of the box. Aquarius is the revolutionary, Aquarius represents innovations, and I feel that this stuckness, this obstacle, or the stuckness that you're feeling, that in of itself has some relevance for you. That is the time that is going to force you to use your innovative skills to find something to, something that's actually going to help you in the long run. So what I mean by that is, say you are working towards a particular outcome in your business, but you don't really see your sales growing or your revenue growing. You don't know what you need to do. You are, as per you, you're doing everything that you could. But then this plateau that you are facing in your revenue or in your sales, that is going to force you to level up in a way that will actually catapult you to a way bigger level. This stuckness that you're feeling, that has a role for you. It's not just supposed to make you wait and then make you miserable. That's not what's happening here. That's what I really feel spirit guides are trying to tell you. Okay, let's pull some more oracle cards and see what other advice spirit guides have for you. We have water. Drink more water and eat foods with water in them, such as fresh fruits and vegetables. Interesting. In astrology, when we take more water, our moon improves, which basically means that our mental health improves. We're able to keep our mind more calm, which I think really ties in with this Page of Swords energy that I was telling you. I really think that you need to start meditating more, grounding more, hydrating yourself more, anything that will enable you to keep your mind calm. And I think that is exactly what will lead to these innovative or creative ways for you to get yourself out of the situation. You are gifted. You are very intelligent and talented. Okay, two more. Definitely yes. Okay, so that's your answer. This wish is definitely coming true. If you have any worries about whether it's going to happen or not, it's definitely coming. All you need to do is keep your mind calm, okay? Manifest positive energy and also think of innovative ways. You are way more intelligent and gifted than what you're giving yourself credit for. And teamwork, work with others to make the situation come about. This is such a beautiful message. I think exactly what we needed to hear. Remember, in this card also, we were talking about that there are other people who are going to be affected. I think that when you're trying to find a solution, working with your team is going to be really helpful. Maybe discussing with others, maybe discussing with some mentors who have already achieved this goal is going to be really helpful. If it's a love relationship that you're asking for, I think in that case, also taking some advice from someone. To understand how to deal with the situation in your life, it's going to be really, really helpful. Also, if you're talking about a love relationship, I think maybe having an approach where you realize that both you and the other person are in the same team, instead of thinking that, you are fighting against each other, is also an approach that's going to be really helpful. That's something I'm hearing. Let's pull some more advice from spirit guides. Coins. Money will be coming to you. Flowers. Happiness. Let's pull one more. Money paths. Path with money is waiting for you to find it. Wow. This is beautiful. So, pile one, if you are asking for something connected to money, which I was feeling initially, definitely, it's a definite yes. A really abundant path is waiting for you. You just need to keep putting efforts, keep your mind calm so that you can find out the best course of action that you need to do, the best steps that you need to take. Ask for help from people so that maybe you can delegate your work, maybe you can take better advice, maybe there are people in your family or friends who can help you do this thing, or they have some new ideas. And then happiness is coming. Even with relationships, I feel happiness is coming. And if you are asking for a relationship, I think it's going to be a really abundant relationship for you, one that brings you prosperity and peace. Okay, so I hope this was helpful, Pile One, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and see you in my next video. Hi, Pile Two. Welcome to this reading. So first, we are going to pull some oracle cards to see what is the overall theme that we can expect when it comes to this timeline for your desired outcome. We have Pisces, intimacy, intuition, and compassion. In the back of the deck, energy, house 4, cultural and family root, home, peace, and comfort. I want to pull these oracle cards as well. I want to pull these oracle cards as well. We have at night. Interesting. When we have at night, says spices is also the natural 12th house, which represents sleep and bed pleasures, things that we generally do at night. August. Interesting. Let's take one more card. In a few weeks. Interesting. So, right off the bat, pile two, this could be something that you have been working towards since the month of August, or for the past few weeks, or you can also expect it to start really fructifying around the month of August, whenever next it's going to come from when you're watching this reading. So pile two, Pisces is this natural water house. I feel as if this thing is going to be a little bit more slow moving, not, like the pile one. In pile one, I was feeling that things are just gonna come, bam. But in your case, I feel as if things are going to flow. It's going to be like a slow burn. Even if you look at this night energy, things are just flowing peacefully. We're not hustling hard at night, right? I feel that's the sort of energy that I am getting when it comes to your timeline. So, whatever it is that you're planning to manifest, I feel the overall theme around this timing is that it flows in bits and pieces. It doesn't happen all at once that suddenly everything has manifested. It doesn't seem like that to me. It feels as if a little bit change comes, and then you work on it, sit with it, and then a little bit change comes. Say for instance, if you're looking for a relationship, it's not that you meet your soulmate and then in a few weeks or in a few months you're engaged, you're married. It doesn't seem like that sort of a situation. It's more like, okay, you meet, then you have like a talking phase, and then you get to know each other, you get together, so gradually you come closer. That's the sort of energy I am getting from this pile. Also interesting that I've picked up the relationship example, and also you have the fourth house energy here, because definitely I feel this thing that you're looking for, it could A, be connected to relationships, something, really close to you, or B, it could be something that is going to change the foundation of your life. Because, fourth house, it's one of the most important pillars in astrology for our well being. Because fourth house, it's the house, it's the mother, it's the emotional well being, it's the mental well being. And I feel as if this thing that you're looking for is going to affect your well-being. Like it's going to act as a really strong pillar for you going forward in your life. From this pile, I'm really getting this feeling of relationship. From the previous pile, I was getting more of a feeling of career or money, that sort of thing. If in this pile you feel as if you're asking for a particular relationship, or when your soulmate is going to come, then I think this really is your pile. Take that as a confirmation. I really feel that thing, because also of this night energy, where also we have these homes. I really feel that sort of energy coming in this pile. But definitely, if you want to understand where you are, you should see that if you have not even started on this journey, then it's going to take way longer. But if you're like somewhere in the middle of the journey, which is the feeling that I'm getting for most of you, then I think it's going to be a slow burn. It's going to take some time. It's not going to be like overnight success sort of a thing, or overnight you're in a serious relationship. It doesn't seem like that sort of energy. You need to be patient, you need to be calm, and this is probably going to be a good thing, and I feel that is exactly why it has such a strong foundation, because you're giving it the time to build that strong foundation. I think that's why we have so much of home energy here. Since it's a slow burn, you're giving it time, to take roots. It's not something that can be toppled easily now. If you're asking about a career, maybe, it's a slow growth, but now this growth has given you a really strong foundation, one that can't be toppled easily. And if you're asking about relationships, then it's a slow burn. You get to know each other, you form strong roots in that relationship, and that is so helpful in the long run. Okay, so now with the help of tarot, we are going to find out what is the overall energy that you have when it comes to this outcome. How can you make sure that it manifests sooner or in a better timeline? And also, we're going to have a look at how you can make sure that this manifests at par or even better than what you have been expecting it to be. So we have Page of Cups, the Sun, beautiful, Knight of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Page of Swords. I'm going to take one more. I feel this one. The World. Beautiful. So pile two, straight away, since we have the World and the Sun here, I think this is definitely happening for you. So if you had any doubt about whether this outcome is going to happen or not, whether it's in your career or in your relationship, it's a big yes. And it's going to be beautiful, something that brings you a lot of happiness and fulfillment. Definitely, I feel that is something you should not even be worried about. There are a couple of things that I think you need to pay attention to. So first thing, since we have a lot of cups energy, and especially because we have Knight of Cups, the thing that we were talking about, it being a slow burn, I think that's going to be really important for you to understand that things need to work at a certain pace. Do not try to rush the process. Okay. And I feel this Queen of Pentacles, it really makes me feel as if through this process, you need to stay in your divine energy, in your power energy. And what I mean by that is, say you're in a relationship and it's, taking time. Sometimes, our tendency can be, oh, let me show to the person how amazing I am. You don't have to do that. You need to stay in your power. If in your career, you don't see the growth that you are seeing, or, this particular project that you're trying to land, stay in your power. Don't bend over backwards, whether that is for one particular client or whether that is to your people at job. You need to stay in your power. Let it be a slow burn. Don't try to push it too much, because I really feel with this Page of Swords energy, it's asking you to be mindful that, when things, they take their time, they grow beautifully into these flowers that they are supposed to be. Do not try to rush the process. With this Page of Cups, I really feel as if you have been in a very wishful thinking when it comes to that. You have been waiting, and it's almost as if you have been visualizing it a lot. You have been thinking about it, thinking about how awesome it's going to be when you are actually able to land this thing that you want, whether that's career or relationship. And I do see that. Okay, I do see that. It's just, I feel as if it's going to happen slightly slower, at a slower pace than what you would want it to be. I don't think it's going to happen like way far off into the future. I just think it's going to happen so slowly that it might feel frustrating. That's the energy I'm getting. But good things take time, right? So I feel that that's the energy, that's the kind of precaution I think that spirit guides are telling you to make. Stay in your power. That is something I'm really listening. Let it take time. You are bigger than the outcome. The more you will stay in your power, don't get into a desperate energy or an impatient energy, because that's also the energy that always pushes our manifestation away. When we are able to be detached, when we are able to be in our own power, when we are able to realize we are the prize and not this outward thing, that's when everything starts to chase you And that is something you really need to understand, that you are the prize. Okay, let's roll the astro dice to see what other themes are at play. We have Leo, Pluto, eighth house, beautiful. So Leo, straight away, it's the natural sun energy. I really feel it is going to bring you a lot of success and happiness, almost like a lot of limelight. Maybe this thing that you're looking for is going to bring a lot of fame to you. That is also something I'm seeing. Pluto in eighth house really makes me feel as if there are things that are happening which you cannot yet perceive, because eighth house is a very hidden energy. It's things that are hidden from us, or things that are, underground almost. So, eighth house is sort of an energy where I feel as if the whole path is not known to you. And the Pluto, again, this is an energy of staying in your power. What we were talking about. Pluto shows power. Pluto, people who are ruled by Pluto, they're very power hungry. And so that's almost not in a negative way, but that's almost the energy that I'm feeling for you. You need to be in power. And even if there are things which you are not completely aware of, do not let that get do not let that affect your confidence. Don't get into a desperate energy. That is what will make sure that this manifests to actually the highest level that it can. Okay, we have try something new. You'll only know that you can do something if you try. Happy thoughts. To feel happier right now, think about a memory or something else that makes you smile. Believe in yourself. See yourself doing well, and you will. Curiosity, start a project related to something you're curious about. Very interesting. So, a couple of things that I'm getting. So, remember this page of cups energy that we were talking about? I felt as if you've been visualizing. If you have not been visualizing, I think a really good piece of advice is going to be to start thinking happy thoughts, to start visualizing that thing, manifesting in a way that's like really beautiful for you. Start believing in yourself that that can actually happen, that you can actually achieve, even if it seems totally impossible for you to achieve that in the moment. And the more you'll visualize, the more you'll start to align yourself with that reality. And the another thing I feel as if, in order to stay in your power, say you are waiting for something, I think that's also a really good technique for detachment. Shift your focus. Start focusing on any other thing that you can actually be focusing on, or your other passion projects. Instead of over focusing on this thing, just, give it space, give it energy to breathe and flow and become the best thing it can be. Start focusing on something else. Maybe start a passion project. Maybe give time to your friends more. Maybe get to know yourself more. Spend some time alone, maybe reading or journaling or going on solo dates. I think that is something that will help you be in your power more, which is a message I'm really getting for you, Pile 2. Okay, let's see. Final pieces of advice from your spirit guides. We have pig, beware of greed. Candle, you will be shown the way. Stork, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. That's so interesting. I feel as if this greed is also talking about this. When we are too attached to something, we want too much too soon. And that is exactly the precaution I feel as if spirit guides are giving you. Beware of that tendency. Know that it's coming. These good opportunities are coming for you. You don't have to worry. Woman, dealings or relationship with a woman. Egg, success assured with good plans and hard work. And last, inkpot, problems to be resolved. So, pile 2, I do think maybe there is some woman that you're asking about, or there's going to be some woman who's going to be helpful for you. It could also be if you're a woman yourself, then it could be that they're telling you to focus more on your feminine energy, your purification, or, focusing on your own aesthetics. Like that can be helpful in you in staying in your power. So focusing more on yourself, I feel that is a really big message. Another thing I feel as if sometimes we can get into this impatient energy when we think, oh, is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? And that's what Spirit Guides are saying. Stay in your power. No, it's going to happen. Just give it time. Let it flow at its own pace. You focus on yourself. You focus on improving your life, on your passion projects, and let things chase you. I think detachment is a really good thing that is going to be very helpful for you, Pile 2. Okay, so I hope this was helpful and see you in my next video. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. So first, we are going to pull some oracle cards to see what is the overall theme that you can expect regarding the timing for this desired outcome. Okay, we have a lot of cards for you. We have Gemini, curiosity, intellect, and networking. Aquarius, originality, philanthropy, and progressive imagining. And Moon, satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. So straight away, pile 3, I feel as if the thing that you've been asking for, it's going to happen in a very unconventional way, and it's going to happen in a way that you're not really expecting it to. Because, if you look at the Aquarius energy, Aquarius is a very radical sign. Aquarius people, they don't think within, they don't like to think, within the normal society norms. And I feel that this thing is going to happen in a way that you cannot currently perceive. You're thinking, oh, maybe, like for instance, you're thinking, oh, I'm going to meet my soulmate maybe through this thing, and you meet them in like a really unexpected way, or maybe you are thinking about, say, your career. This can also talk about, since it's Gemini and Aquarius, if you're thinking about a social media platform, or something related to online platform, e-commerce business, then take that as a confirmation that this pile is for you. I'm really getting that energy here. And I feel this moon is also telling the same thing. I feel it's really hidden to you how it's going to manifest, and it's going to manifest in a way that you cannot perceive. This Gemini also makes me feel as if it could be somehow connected to online. So, say if you're asking about a partner, maybe you're going to meet them online or through like a dating site or something like that, or it could be through friends, friends, or just normal connections or networking that you do, or on a short-term trip. I'm really getting this online vibe with this pile. So whether you're asking about a career or relationship, if it has got something to do with, online dating or online portals or online, then know that for sure that, this is definitely your pile. But surely it's going to happen in a very unconventional way. Wow, just around the corner. Interesting that we have this imagery of a couple here. I definitely feel as if you are looking for a love relationship, it's a confirmation. This is your pile, and you are going to get your soulmate, but in a very unexpected way. Patience required. It's so interesting that we got just around the corner and patience required. So it's like, just stay patient, keep yourself in a high vibe, and when it happens, it'll happen suddenly. Because a lot of times we think, oh, I need this, and this to happen before I get my desire. Okay, but that's probably the conventional way of doing things. And maybe in your case, I feel the universe is like, we are letting go of these steps. We're giving you this directly. Okay, so a lot of times you can get in an impatient energy because you feel, oh no, these 5 steps need to happen if I need to achieve this, and none of these 5 steps have happened yet. But like universe is like, we can let that go. I feel as if this is going to happen in a really unconventional way. And if you have some structured steps that you can imagine to achieving this desire, be ready for, a change in those steps. Like, or maybe a lot of those steps don't happen and, you get your desire directly. That's the sort of energy I'm really getting for you. I want to pick one more. Oh, next month. A lot of cards came. Morning and rushing in. Interesting. So, if you have been waiting patiently for something, I really feel as if this something is rushing into your life. Don't let go of your hope. Say maybe you are putting in effort towards an online project. Keep putting in effort. Even if you haven't seen any growth or progress till now, it can happen way sooner than you can expect. And if you are asking for a love relationship, even if you haven't really met the one, you don't know how it can happen in a moment, and everything just falls into place. So I feel that energy really for you. And also you have a lot of cards as compared to the other groups, so I feel as if you are really divinely guided on this journey. This is going to be something that is bringing you on your divine path, or is in alignment with your divine path, and I think you're really being guided by spirit guides in this moment. Okay, let's pull out some tarot cards to see what is the overall energy you have when it comes to this outcome, and how can you manifest it sooner or better than you can imagine. So we have Two of Swords, Nine of Wands, Seven of Swords, the Devil. Interesting. The World. And Six of Swords. Interesting. I really get a feeling as if this journey hasn't been very easy for you. It just has like really taken a toll on you. Maybe it has really brought out your fears, which also, I feel from this moon card. But I feel as if this journey, and maybe you've been waiting for a long time, but I feel this journey hasn't exactly been very easy for you. Especially if you look at the devil card, if you look at these shoes that she's wearing, they are just making her move on their own without her control. I think that's how you have felt. You have felt as if you've been in situations before that were way out of your control, where, things would not happen. You did not feel in control of your life. You did not feel as if you could really guide the outcome that you were trying to achieve. This Two of Swords somehow also makes me feel as if there have been some internal wounds that you have been dealing with, which have been clouding your vision. And I think as if you have this Six of Wands and Seven of Swords, it makes me feel as if you have been keeping yourself aloof. You have been keeping yourself detached. You I am hearing that you almost feel as if you don't know if you should even be wanting this. Like, you don't know if you're in the right to want something so good, which definitely comes from some unconscious self-doubt. Maybe you have experienced something, particularly painful in your past, or maybe you have been trying to achieve this for a long time, but there hasn't been a lot of success. Or maybe I feel there has been some betrayals as well, where you felt really powerless. But what I feel now, look at this, the world and the Six of Swords. You are just cutting through whatever was clouding your vision. You're cutting through all that has been, keeping light away from your life. And now you're ready to soar. This beautiful thing, it's coming, and you're just ready to soar from this painful life into something that's beautiful. And it doesn't have to be so serious. Maybe you were just really waiting for it for a long time, and you were just getting impatient. But I really feel as if there has been something that was triggering almost like your deep fears and wounds, and that was stemming from your past experience in relationships or in career. But like, this is coming in so beautifully. And there's nothing special that you need to do, you know. I don't feel as if, like for other pilots, I was able to get, okay, maybe do this, maybe do this. But in your case, I don't even feel, I feel as if it's just divine blessing, you know. Like I felt with, you know, you having so many cards, I felt as if it's divinely guided. I feel in your case, it's almost like a divine blessing or like a divine gift to you. The things are just happening. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to worry about changing your energy or being patient or doing anything. You are good as you are, and this is happening for you. You just don't give up, you know, like that's the only thing. And I almost am hearing as if it, you will not be able to avoid it. It's happening whatever you might do. Okay, let's roll the astro dice to see what other themes are affecting this outcome. We have Uranus in second house and Taurus. Very interesting. A couple of things are coming to my mind. If you have been asking for money, you know, because Taurus and second house, they both talk about financial resources. They talk about our family. So if you've been talking about something related to your assets, to your money, then definitely know that there can be a sudden shift. You know, maybe you have currently been in a situation where you didn't have a lot of resources, you've been putting in effort, you don't know what's going to happen, but spirit guides are saying things can shift almost overnight for you. Okay, so don't worry at all. And also, if you're looking for relationships, one thing I'm really hearing, there could be some foreign influence, you know. So maybe if you're looking for relationships, maybe you are actually going to be attracting someone who's very different from your normal type. I'm really hearing the word foreign or foreigner here. So maybe you're going to be attracted to someone who is foreign to your place of living or place of residence. You can also be attracting someone online, like we were discussing. If you are asking about your career, maybe you're going to be dealing with some foreign parties, or, you know, I'm really feeling it's going to happen online. That's something I'm hearing again and again. And if that happens, then that's a confirmation for you that you are on the right path. Let's see what other messages spirit guides have for you. Love. Beautiful. Definitely, if you've been asking for a love connection, it's coming, and it's going to be someone who's not your normal type or maybe is a foreigner to you. The answer that you're seeking is love. If you look at this also, you know, this guy coming out and the light is shining on him, I really think there is someone special that you are attracting in your life. Happy thoughts to feel happier right now. Think about a memory or something else that makes you smile and believe in yourself. See yourself doing well, and you will. You know, pile three, if you've been going through a tough time, it sometimes can be tough to focus on happy things. But spirit guides are saying that you need to start focusing on happy things. Maybe start focusing on anything that, you know, brings you happiness or makes you feel grateful in your life, and then that will get you on the vibration that will help you manifest this amazing outcome way sooner. Okay, let's pull some more oracle cards to see any last piece of advice from spirit guides. We have flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Interesting. But you know, this flag, it also makes me feel the whole foreigner thing that I was really feeling. I'm really feeling that, you know, foreign aspect, or someone who is a foreign national. Maybe you're going to be working with a multinational organization, or I'm really feeling some foreign element is going to be involved in this outcome. Well, and fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Interesting. I feel there's a lot of business message also coming, especially with the second house Taurus and the well. So maybe you need to be a little bit more resourceful when it comes to your money. If you are dealing with some foreign parties, it may be your first time. So maybe you need to be more careful in your dealings, know exactly what you are getting into. I'm not sensing as if there's going to be anything wrong, but I feel as if you will be more reassured if you have thoroughly evaluated the situation, whether that's in career or in relationship. But I think it'll be good for you to be skeptical, evaluate the thing from every perspective. And I think another thing that's coming to my mind is that if it's something that is very foreign to your normal way of conducting business or normal way of being in relationships, then evaluate. Evaluate it completely. Is it actually wrong? Is it actually a misfit, or is it only different from your normal way? Right? Because a lot of times we let go of something because we think, oh, it's not my normal way of doing things. I don't vibe like that. But spirit guides are urging you to start stepping outside of that box and actually evaluate the situation to see if it's an actual misfit or it's something that's just unusual. Okay. And then maybe lean into it. Okay, so that's it for you, pile three. I hope that was helpful. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and see you in my next video. Bye. Hi, pile four. Welcome to your reading. So first, we're going to pull some oracle cards to see what is the overall theme that we can expect when it comes to this timeline for your desired outcome. We have air, open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. Interesting. June. Stop obsessing first. Very interesting. I think this really wants to come out. August and January. Okay, so pile four, straight away, I feel as if you need to have a more objective and an open-minded approach when it comes to this outcome. I think it's going to be really helpful for you to start evaluating why you actually want to achieve that. Because when you're going to start approaching the achievement of this desire, this outcome from a more objective outlook, that is when you will see that this thing will start moving way more faster. And another thing I feel as if is you need to know more about the situation. Right now, I feel whether it's a person or it's a career, you are putting things on a pedestal. You don't really know everything that you need to know about the situation. And I feel as if it's coming more from an obsession point of view. And spirit guides are really nudging you to know more about the situation, understand the practicality of actually having what it is that you're desiring in the moment, and then start approaching that achievement of that objective from that perspective. Another thing I definitely feel as if, the timings, the months of August and January can be very important, or, you could have started working on these desires in these months. Also, the months of January and August after you watch this video can be really relevant for this, for any major improvements or any major movement towards your outcome. Let's pull the tarot cards to see what is your overall energy when it comes to achieving this outcome and how you can make sure that you achieve it sooner or even better than what you have imagined it to be. So first we have Justice, the Tower. Interesting. The Magician. Wow, all major arcanas till now. Queen of Swords. Let's take one more. Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful, pile four. Okay, first of all, I would like to say that this change is definitely a major change for you. It's not gonna be something small, and I think that is exactly what spirit guides are trying to tell you. Whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, it's no small change. It is almost going to lead to a complete destruction of your existing foundation. It's going to be a different life. I don't see that in a negative way. I think it's going to be a really abundant life for you, but it's going to require you to make a lot of changes. And I think you need to be completely aware of what that entails. Like, for instance, if you're planning to move, say, to a foreign country for an education, so now it is an amazing thing, but it requires you to let go of your existing foundation, and you should understand that completely. This justice, it really makes me feel as if you've been working towards this thing for a long time, and almost I'm hearing again and again it's going to balance the scale. So if you have felt that, till now you were only giving and you were not really in receiving mode, then this situation will definitely bring that. Or the spirit guides are telling you to now start becoming more in a receptive energy, be more open to start receiving. But definitely this is going to bring a major shift to your life. This Nine of Pentacles, it makes me feel it's going to be beautiful, it's going to be all that you are imagining it to be. But the Queen of Swords, again, you need to be in control of your mind. So you are trying to manifest something big, and I can see that it is coming. But the only challenge I feel, or the only precaution I feel, is that you need to be able to understand what it is so that you can prepare yourself and not lose your mind when this actually unfolds for you, because it's going to be beautiful and you are able to almost conjure magic. It's that beautiful, but the only thing is stay in your mind, stay grounded, so that you can take the decisions that you need to take in order to keep moving your life towards the achievement of this desire. This looks beautiful, pile 4. Let's roll the astro dice to see what other themes are at play when it comes to achievement of this outcome. Okay, we have Scorpio moon in 11th house. Beautiful. It's so amazing that 11th house also talks about, our desires and the achievement and attainment of those desires. And definitely I feel as if it's happening. The moon in Scorpio makes me feel as if it's going to happen in a way that again is going to completely shift your reality. That's what I'm feeling. I'm hearing the word whirlwind again and again. I think it's going to be a whirlwind of events. If you also see the imagery here, that swans are creating, it's almost going to be like a whirlwind of events for you. It's going to be something that is going to completely shift your life. It's going to require a lot of effort from you. And Spirit guides are saying that, what it is you are wanting, it's a big feat. Okay. Do not underestimate. It's coming, but make sure you are ready to give the effort that now that life requires. Okay. Let's pull some oracle cards for some other pieces of advice from your spirit guides. We have two. Yes, what you are asking about is the truth. So definitely it's happening. Okay, if there is a particular outcome you were thinking whether it's going to happen or not, no, for sure it's happening. Pile 4. Imagine. What would you see, feel, think, and hear if your wish came true? Exactly. I think this is the thing that you need to do. You need to start visualizing more. Right now, you are completely obsessing just with achievement of this goal. Like maybe you're waiting for some visa. You're like, okay, just the visa comes. But now you need to start thinking, okay, this wish is coming true. What will happen after that? You need to start preparing, almost as if you're not really prepared, but it's going to be something that requires a lot of effort from you. So now start thinking, if that wish has come true, now what is needed? Now how your life is going to change and what effort you need to put. That is going to be a really useful piece of advice for you. Here, good news. It's happening for you, Palfor. If you had any doubts, it's happening. Flowers, happiness, and money path. Path with money is waiting for you to find it. Wow, beautiful. So, pile 4, I think this is a really beautiful energy for you. You're manifesting whatever these big dreams that you have been trying to manifest. You are about to hear this good news. All you need to do is let the obsession go with whether you're going to achieve it or not. You are going to achieve it. Now start planning for the life after achievement of that goal so that you can actually sustain it long term, so that you don't get overwhelmed and you can actually keep enjoying this good outcome and make it something even better. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and see you in my next video. Bye.